G'day beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at my ranged carry build. It is a growth and chaos build. I do not run carry very often. I have tried this deck out a few times and it works really well. It's kind of an adaptation of my mate Freak's build, who has been predominantly running carry in version 42. So we'll just get straight into it. First card that I take is Highwayman. This card is amazing at getting you extra gold at the start of the game. I use this on my Iki build. You're going to get 75 gold every 15 seconds if you land a hit on the enemy. Very good card. Next card is Profiteer. Now this is a combustible card, so you will lose it if you die, and you need to keep it on for a long time to get any benefit out of it, so take it at your own risk. After that we have Nitro Boost. This is a beautiful card. 0 mana cost, 12-second cooldown, 125 movement speed for 3 seconds. It helps you get back to lane quicker, helps you escape. It is just a brilliant card for anyone that wants to use it. Next up we have Blitz Rush. This is one of the cards that's just sort of put in here as a filler card. It's not quite as good as what Blink Shot used to be prior to version 42, but gives you a bit of a 1000 unit dash, and hero kills still reset the cooldown, so it can be quite handy, but I don't tend to take it too often. It's just a filler card, as I said. Next up we have Overclock Droid. It gives you 32 attack speed, 150 movement speed for 6 seconds, but you take extra damage, 15% extra damage. It can be really good for securing kills. You'll be able to catch up a bit more, and you'll be able to do a bit more damage. But you are going to take more damage, so you need to be careful that you don't proc this when you're about to take damage, because you will get destroyed. Next up we have Apex Predator. This is predominantly in the deck in case I take Sparrow, or it can be used on the other range carries, I guess, or anyone for that matter, but I just feel like it's really good for Sparrow. I don't know why, I just feel like it's a Sparrow-ish card, plus it kind of looks like she's Sparrow in a way. I don't have a better explanation than that. Next up we have Hellfire Engine, which is another combustible. You get 100 basic damage. This is dirty, but it's very risky. It's definitely only something you want to take late game when you're already ahead. That 100 damage, if you are running crits and you land a crit, is going to apply to 200, at least 200 extra damage, so it's very good, but very risky. We also have Pressure Hunter. Deal 2 bonus damage to targets with more vitality than you. Amount is increased by vitality difference. So obviously you're going to do more damage against tanks, or even as you get lower, if someone's beating you down, you're going to be able to do more and more damage. It's a pretty good card. I don't tend to ever have it on my late game build, but it's pretty decent. Next up we have Heavy Hitter. It's an 8 cost, gives you 15% more basic damage. It's a very good card. I don't tend to run it too much as a late game card, but it is almost always on my carry when I run a carry. Next we have Trapper. This is one of the end game cards that's definitely always on my end game. Basic attacks reduce enemy movement speed by 10 for 5 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. At max stacks, root your target. You're going to gain power and attack speed, so it's good for a carry. Generally carries tend to get to about 25 agility and then spec into vitality anyway, so it's not going to hurt. You're going to be going for this anyway, and it just allows you to land basic attacks more easily. It's going to proc quite a few times on tanks. It's just a very good card to have, and it's going to work together with one of the gems that we're going to be running. Now, Amplification Engineer is a card that I have in the build for when I'm running either Seraph or for Twin Blast, or it can also be very good for Revenant. When casting an ability, damage nearby enemy heroes by 8% of their current health as ability damage. You'll get a bit of mana out of it, but you're also getting 24 power, which is pretty high on the high end for power on a card stock. And just being able to, say, dash as a Twin Blast when next to someone, or Revenant using his Obliterate, getting extra damage off, and it's actually going to damage all nearby heroes. enemy heroes by 8% of their current health. So it's very, very good. It can be dirty in a team fight. Then obviously we have Shadow Golem, because why not take Shadow Golem? Basic attacks have a 20% chance to deal 100% bonus damage. One other card that I would recommend if you have space for it, perhaps take off Blitz Rush for this card, is Mighty Strikes. It's dirty. Actually, I might even do that now, so we're going to make that suggestion right now to remove Blitz Rush and go for Deathcrawler, because I don't actually use Blitz Rush very often whatsoever, and that's going to round out the build. So attack speed is reduced by 65, so you're going to hit a lot slower, but every 8 seconds you're going to do 300% bonus damage. This is ridiculous on Revenant. If you have your 4th shot ready to go, there's just some dirty numbers. You will take most of someone's health off in one shot. So we're going to move over to the gems. Now, I don't go for my slot 1 and slot 7 for agility, because I don't feel like Wealthy and the advanced killing blow is improved killing blow is really that worthwhile. You're not really getting that much gold out of it, so there's not really much point taking it. But we are going for lifesteal. Apparently, for some reason, that's on attack speed, which it shouldn't be. I normally take armor on these, so we want our 10% lifesteal. I take Duelist. Take 20% less damage from any hero you hit with a basic attack for the next 3 seconds. For the lifesteal card, I can however recommend that if you are running someone like Twin Blast, you might want to take multi-shot. I keep it on lifesteal just for the fact that a lot of the time I don't actually have a different build that is similar for ranged and melee carries, so just in case I'm running melee, I have that on. Duelist is going to take 20% less damage from any hero you hit with a basic attack for the next 3 seconds. That is just brilliant, being able to reduce damage taken by 20%, so I take that. Then we have Relentless Pursuit. Basic attacks no longer apply a combat penalty. This is a brilliant gem, probably one of the best gems in the game, especially for a carry. And when mixed with Trapper, it means that you're going to be able to continue to chase someone down while auto-attacking and proccing Trapper. It's very, very good card for chasing people down. So we have 3 in there, and then I actually put 3 into Vitality. I take Quick Exit so that I can get back to farming quicker, get back to defending quicker, get into team fights quicker. Then we take Damage Reduction, reduce basic damage taken by 10%. It's a no-brainer. And then Damage Return, return 10% of basic damage taken. Now you could swap that out if you wanted to, or go for something completely different. You could go for Shredding Strikes, I suppose, but I just feel like Damage Return with the ability armor on it is the best way to go. So that is my ranged carry build. I do have another carry build which I'll put out tomorrow. It's based around shields. You've probably already seen the same thing or something similar running around the internet, so we'll put that out tomorrow. I just thought I'd get this one out first because I haven't really seen too many people talking about this kind of build, and it definitely does work. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do go on to enjoy it, if you try it and you enjoy it, please smash the like button on this video, leave me a comment and let me know how you went, and subscribe for more Paragon content, guys. But with that said, thank you so much for watching. I love you face, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.